What does it take to make a girl feel special? That is the millennial century-old question. We're going to answer it, at least attempt to, today on the Home to Haven podcast, so stay tuned. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Home to Haven podcast. We are the Turners, and we're so thankful and so excited to have you join us today, whether you're listening on the podcast, wherever you get your podcast, or if you're tuning in to YouTube. Hey, we are so grateful. You have found the place. If you are looking for Christian tips for dating and couples and marriage and everything based upon God's word, this is your home. So make sure you like and subscribe if you get anything from today's episode, because you want to make sure you get future episodes or go back and listen to some previous ones. We teach Christian couples how to communicate in their relationships and build a haven of peace and love. So stick around, stay tuned. We're so glad. Episode 33.
That's right. Thank you so much for joining us today. Again, please hit that like and subscribe button. You can also find us on Instagram at Oakhaven Company. Go to our page and see some great content there as well. And our website will have all the resources you need. Go there, check it out. It is at oakhavencompany.com.
Today, we are responding to a listener, actually a viewer comment. So thank you to that. And make sure you also comment below if you've got a question you want us to tackle or answer. Again, all the content that we produce is founded upon the biblical truths of God's word. We believe that's where ultimate success comes from. So their comment, we did an episode on 10 ways to make your guy feel special.
That's right.
And now we're going to do 10 ways to make your girl feel special.
All right. So a couple months ago, we listed 10 different ways that we thought as women might make men feel special. And you kind of gave your opinion since you're the man in the relationship, right?
Right. Well, should I be reading these and then you tell me if it...
Nope. I'm going to still go through the list again. And I want to see maybe if you've thought of those, maybe if you currently do them a lot.
Okay.
Maybe if you tweak them, what kind of your feedback is.
Let's do it.
Ways that I know I feel special and that I'm sure other women out there feel special as well.
All right.
All right. Number one is to compliment them. We're going to add just a little bit more to just a plain compliment, which compliments are always great. Compliments are always wonderful to hear. But instead of just maybe always complimenting on their looks, also compliment them on character traits or qualities that you see them work out in the home or when you're out and about, something that you notice about them that might be a little bit different that they might not know that you even notice.
So Proverbs 31:31 actually talks to us about this.
Okay.
And tells us that virtuous woman or that woman is to be praised. We should celebrate the works of her hands. And so definitely I believe a compliment is something that we can do or should do to make that girl in our lives or that woman in our lives feel special. Mm-hmm. If you're dating, absolutely you want to compliment and definitely point out things about your significant other that's not just looks. You want to compliment or speak to. We talked about, did we talk about yet about personality versus
It's coming
character?
up next.
It's coming up? Okay. So tease, there's a difference between the personality and between character.
Right.
And so you really want to speak to someone's character. What does that look like? You know, I really admire how you are so calm in any situation.
Right.
And I take, such honor and respect for how you are even keel. Nothing rattles you, right? So that's a compliment that speaks to who Jennifer is versus, your eyes are beautiful. Well, first of all, that woman already knows that. She's very secure in herself and she knows she looks good. So give me something I don't know. Talk to me about something that you see beyond what's surface.
Right. That's a little bit different that you don't hear all the time, right? You even get compliments from other women a lot of the times, like, hey, your dress looks great, your nails look good. And not that we don't want our significant other to think that, because of course we do want them to find us physically attractive, but also those deeper qualities as well, like we touched on. And just to have that verbal affirmation is a great way to make your girl feel special.
Absolutely. And if you're married, again, be intentful. We've talked about this before of having intent. So make it on your mind to compliment or say something about your spouse throughout the week that does compliment maybe something that she wears, but also who she is as a woman.
That's right. All right. Number 2, we're going to switch to quality time. But to really make your girl feel special with quality time, I would say make it screen free. So we're not going to have any phones. We're not going to have the iPads, even the Apple Watch that keeps buzzing, giving us notifications. Really spend some quality time without any distractions, especially with those screens.
Yeah, I think most women that I've talked to throughout my time counseling is they really, really put value on quality time. And what is quality time? I believe it's just what you said. It's time with that person. It's time with her doing something that she enjoys. And it doesn't even have to be all the time what she enjoys. She really just wants to know that you're paying attention, that you put her above anything else, right? So before you are going to the boys' night or going to see the game or whatever it is, you are prioritizing her and putting time. If something comes up, you come back to her and you say, hey, you know, a meeting came up at work, we ran late, but I got this, and then you stick to it and keep your word. So make sure that you do that.
Right, and without those screens, it just makes the girl know that you're fully present with her, right? So I know there's distractions all the time, but if you're out to dinner and you're thinking, well, I'm spending quality time with my significant other, but you get, you know, text here, you get a call there.
Or
you
the game notifications come through.
Right.
You gotta give her the time. You gotta, you know, it's an hour, it's 2 hours. I mean, is that bad to really, you know, hang out with her? Hopefully not. But, you know, give her that uncluttered and give him that uncluttered screen-free time.
Right. Hopefully you're desiring that as well. And it's just a reminder to really make them feel like you're just with them. All right. Number 3 is to actually listen as she's talking. So to really make her feel special is to show that active listening skill. Ask her about her day and ask her how she's feeling or what she's going through. So when she's talking to you, again, give the undivided attention, show that you're actively listening and you're questioning things that really matter to her.
100%. Again, you want to talk through conversation. Listen, gentlemen, listen to what she is saying, and then ask a follow-up question based upon what she's telling you. And a lot of times, the way we're wired, we want to problem solve when we're trying to fix things.
Right.
And that's not how women are wired. They're just going to vent and go down the block to a simple yes or no question. They're going to go through everything.
Right.
And that's just how they communicate. And so it's important that you just let her vent and sometimes don't offer a solution.
Right.
Just let her know you heard, you hear her, you see her, and you are there for her.
Right. Have, like you said, that back and forth conversation. So it's just not her talking to you.
Unless she doesn't want you to.
And then.
Because sometimes they just want to talk and you just got to listen.
True.
Smile and nod.
True. Okay. But I do, a lot of times for me, it makes me feel special if you're giving me feedback. But like you said, wait till I ask you, okay, so what would you do in this situation? Or wait for them to ask you for advice versus as soon as they start talking, I'm already thinking of problem solving it.
There's a balance. Again, not every single time she talks, she wants a solution. So make sure there's a balance. Of course, always, not always, but sometimes offer your input. But every single time shouldn't be, well, you should do this, you shouldn't have did that. Just let her vent sometimes.
Let her vent sometimes. All right, number 4 is to surprise her with a gift. So we have talked about this a lot before, to schedule a surprise.
Right.
This specific one is with a gift. Now, again, it doesn't have to be elaborate. It can be a small gift of like a handwritten note. I know that makes me feel really special. If it's something I'm not expecting and I see that you've just written me something, maybe put it in my car or where I'm getting ready in the morning if I'm not going to see you that morning. So that really makes me feel special to have that surprise gift. Now, other gifts could be you know.
Yeah, you just got to know what your woman likes, what she doesn't likes. Know what she likes and what she does not like, and schedule that. So if it's a bag of M&Ms, if it's a bag of Skittles, if it's a stick of gum, you know, something as small as that. Again, it's not so much the gift.
Right.
It is the thought that counts.
The thought behind it, that you actually thought of me. It can be flowers. A lot of the times I know when
random text. Right? Could be a random text throughout the day. That's free.
Right.
Right. So again, because sometimes guys, we make excuses. And I think I said this on another podcast, like literally just text her some weird text at the urinal. Like you're just, just don't make excuses. Just, hey, when I'm not with you, I smell you. And she'll be like, oh my God, he smells me, and she, just things that make no sense to us. It means the world to her. And again, the whole point is to make her feel special and honored and cherished and valued and esteemed and protected. All those things is what makes a woman a woman. Now, we don't think about that all the time because we don't need that stuff 24/7.
Okay.
Yes, we want to feel honored and we want to feel respected and valued. And the way we communicate and receive that is different than the woman's. How God made it, how He
Right.
wired it. So it's important for the gentleman to really keep that at the forefront of our minds, that I really need to make the effort to allow you to feel those things, communicate that love.
Right. Now, ladies, as we go through all these, I'd love to hear your input as to which one of these things or all of them really do make you feel special,
All
or
right.
where we might be off.
Okay.
The next one, number 5, is going to be an acts of service type, and it is to help out, but help out with a chore or a task around the house without, this is the key, without her asking.
All right. I love that you've mentioned that, all these are hitting on the 5 love languages,
Right.
right? So you kind of see a pattern here. That's not just some random things that we
Right.
put together. So yes, I think that's very, very key, gentlemen. I feel like, again, in my experience, I always got to tell him what to do. Or I've got to
Right.
ask him to do something. I want you to do it without being told. There's a movie, what's it with the Vince Vaughn, The Breakup. Him and Jennifer Aniston, and they're in the breakup, and she's like, I want you to want to do dishes. He's like, why would I want to do dishes?
Right. Right.
And so it's important that you get the vacuum or get the Swiffer or run the dishwasher, get the laundry out of the dryer, and just see those things that she's doing and try to, you don't have to be perfect. She might be like, leave it alone because I've got my system.
Right. True. True.
But it's the fact that you offered. It's the fact that, oh my God, he sees me. So that's what's most important. Again, that you see her, you recognize her. She feels honored. Do you hear me trying to make these things repetitive?
Right.
She feels honored. She feels valued. She feels respected. She feels heard. She feels seen. She doesn't feel forgotten.
Right.
Make her feel like that middle school girl in 7th grade. Oh my God, he saw me today, right?
He likes me. Yeah.
Right. That's what you want.
Yeah, for sure. So when you step in and help me of something that I typically do every day of the week or something like that, like you mentioned, it may not be maybe the way I do it, but as soon as you step in and start helping, I immediately think, okay, he wants to help me.
Give us an example.
The
I can
purpose,
think of one right now.
the cleaning up the table.
Well, that and this morning, sometimes I can get up with Jennifer. Sometimes I don't get up
Right.
with her.
Okay.
And I guess today you didn't even tell me thank you because you were running late.
Today was, I was running behind. There was a lot of things that the mornings I have to make everybody lunch. It's kind of a rush because I know in the back of my head I should get up 10 minutes earlier, but I just don't want to. So the mornings that I have to make everybody lunch, do everybody's hair, get everybody out the door, and be on time. So yes, this morning I was running a little late.
Yeah, and
Things were a little crazy.
I didn't even know I was getting up. I didn't even know she was late.
Right.
But I did get up, and somebody asked for a cream cheese. Jane asked for a cream cheese bagel, and I made the cream cheese bagel.
Yep, and you helped with getting their hair done.
I sure did.
Something, yeah. So I knew that you were stepping in and helping. It makes me feel special. I'm sure it made Jaden feel special that he got Daddy to make him, the bagel.
Nobody said thank you.
But I'm sure he said thank you.
Number
Okay.
next.
Let's move on. Number 6. Okay, this is to actually plan the date. So not just be willing to go on the date with your significant other, but actually taking the initiative to plan dates. Now, before you say anything,
Okay.
I will say you are very, very good at this one.
Okay.
You plan a lot of dates. You come up with some great new ideas, keeping it new and interesting and fresh. So you do a great job with this one.
Thank you. I will say this is very key. This is where it means to be a leader.
Okay.
Right? So I'm the leader of the house doesn't mean I'm telling you what to do.
Right.
Leading, this is where she wants you to step up. One of the areas, right, is that you come up with things for you all to do together in activity. Right. And maybe it's not always going to Olive Garden. It's some random things, or maybe it's switch it up. It's the ballet, it's the opera, it is a concert, it is a walk in the park, it is paddle boating, it is hot air balloon riding, it is go-kart ride, it is something you guys can do, art gallery,
Right.
cooking classes, walking, right? There's so much to do, so that you think about things that you all can do together to grow, try new things, try something different. That's really one of the areas you can step up and be a leader and show and take initiative.
Right. I don't think there's anyone that would not love or feel special if somebody's planning an event. Again, it doesn't have to be extravagant or cost a lot of money, but just to have somebody put all that time and effort into creating a date together is.
I will probably say that because I've seen that. I've seen it happen where he planned something great and it tanked, or she didn't express. And there's another podcast we did about how to express I'm sorry, and then how to communicate in this area. So if you do something, gentlemen, and you went all out, like I bought some clothes for Jennifer, I went shopping, and she returned probably just about everything, right? So the love of God doesn't say I love you, but do you love me? It just simply says I love you. So no matter her response, I can't get my feelings hurt or take it personal. I have to say, you know what? I did my part. Right? I did my part. I expressed or attempted to demonstrate care, concern, love, and consideration. Now, what she does with that, that's on her.
Right.
And how she responds is on her. And if you do something and you don't get the response you want, you don't get the reciprocation that you're looking for, count it as I'm doing this as unto the Lord. Ultimately, he is the one who rewards. In Hebrews 11, verse 6, he is the reward of those who diligently seek him. So remember that. Is it nice to get the thank you and, oh my God, this is the greatest date ever? Of course. If you don't get discouraged.
Amen. Now, I will say that I was very thankful, and I love the fact that you did it. Like, I don't feel happy that I have to return the clothes either.
Okay.
They just didn't look good on me, or they didn't fit. But I appreciated everything you did.
Sure.
Okay. All right, number 7, we're going to move on to physical touch.
Okay.
But we are going to keep it as
PG-13.
There we go. Show the girl and make the girl feel special by holding their hand, or putting your arm around them. Not just
to get the mushu.
Right. And not just within the home, but also when you're out and about.
Yeah.
Because it makes the girl feel special if, you grab her hand and you show everybody like, hey, we're together. I love her. It's a public display.
Right.
As well.
Right. That's really the want to claim territory.
Okay.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
So be mindful of that, gentlemen.
So hand holding, just touching elbows, things like that always makes me feel special. Right. I know it doesn't maybe necessarily to you, but that's a good one.
All right.
All right. Number 8, this is a fun one, is to actually remember important dates that are either important to your relationship or meaningful to your relationship or meaningful to her life. If she's accomplished a goal and it's the first year anniversary or something like that.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't forget birthdays and anniversaries, guys. Like, come on, that's a given, right? We gotta do that, okay? And there's a little thing called a reminder on your phone that you can do. So don't forget those things.
Puts it in from year to year. You really only have to put it in once.
That's right. But don't just remember birthdays and anniversaries. Remember things like, well, this is the first day that I gave you X, Y, Z, or this is the first day that we talked on whatever site, whatever it is.
Right.
The little random dates, put those in your calendar to bring up and shoot her a quick text. Hey, 15 years ago, I saw you walking down the hallway and winked at you or something. Right. I don't know. It's things like that. And she'll be like, oh, he remembered or whatever, this little things.
Yeah, celebrate each other and celebrate her.
For sure.
Which goes into number 9 is to encourage her dreams. So first of all, you have to know her dreams and her aspirations and what she's working towards and help her actually pursue that. And help her to even dream first and foremost, dream big, and help her work work out those steps to achieving goals and then celebrate those milestones as well. So if they're working towards something and they have the first baby step, make it a big deal.
What are some ways that
Celebrate
guys
her.
can do that? Maybe there's a whole different podcast. But quickly, how can you champion? How would you want me to champion your dream?
Well, of course, I think it's important to being in communication so you know what I'm working towards, or you know what dreams I have, or even to push her to pursue a dream. I know we've had that part in our relationship before. And then just verbally saying, congrats, baby, you know, you did a great job, or you're doing really, really well. Like, keep encouraging them as they're going through hard times or reaching those next levels and next steps, I think is really important.
And there's also some coaching where it might not feel good, but hey, you need to push harder. Mm-hmm. You know, you need to step it up a little bit and go a little bit further. Mm-hmm. And so that's really where he can come in at times. Or it might be the roles might be reversed. She might be more of the A alpha personality, but to really say, hey, you know what, you're falling behind a little bit. Let's go. Let's step it up. Let's push. Go. So yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great way. Again, that's another area to be a leader. Is by demonstrating encouragement and fortitude and strength to where when she's feeling weak, you are that strength. You're reflecting the love of God. You're reflecting the attitude of Jesus and letting her know that you're with her, walking with her just as Jesus is with us. That's where loving your wife as Christ loved the church.
Right. I mean, you're going to feel loved and cherished and feel special with, hopefully your significant other is the one that knows your deepest dreams and even your deepest fears that you're working to overcome. So that's a great way to make your girl feel special. And number 10 is the ultimate, tell her the 3 simple words of I love you.
Okay.
So say that regularly and say it often and be the first to say it. So she's not always saying it first and you're just responding back. I love you too.
All right. I like it.
Be the leader in saying I love you.
I love this. I agree with all 10 of these. I think these are very quick and easy tools we can remember and put in our pocket to make our girls feel special. Guys, make sure that we're keeping this in the forefront of our hearts and our minds, that every day we wake up with the goal and the purpose to make her feel special. However that looks to you, however that is to you, to your unique relationship, make her feel special. And again, you do your part, you do your role, and God will do the rest. Listen, if you got something from today, make sure you like and subscribe. Also on the podcast, subscribe. It helps us reach more people. If you want a little bit more on how to get to know your partner better, Jennifer mentioned about knowing those dreams and goals for each other.
Right.
We've got a free resource available to you. It is called 30 Questions to Know Your Partner. You can get it in the link below. If you're listening on the podcast, it's in the link below. YouTube in the description. The information's on the screen. Go there. It is a free download, absolutely free. It is a beautiful download that we've got a digital thing, mabobber, and it's got 30 questions curated specifically for you in 3 categories. It's a 3 or 10? It's 3 categories?
3 categories, 10 questions each. And these are great for people that are just starting to date to really get to know the person on a deeper level. But these are great questions to use as well if you've already been married or been married for a while, to just reassess and also to dig a little bit deeper and make sure you're still on the same page and in alignment.
Right. So go get that right now. Don't delay. Don't even wait. Just go get it. It is at oakhavencompany.com. It'll be a pop-up. It'll say 30 questions. Get it right now, or just click in the description. If you want to go even deeper, you're like, yo, I love this. We are so excited to announce to you that we have got a brand new resource called 180 Questions to Know Your Partner in 6 months. Now, if you're dating, you can know if this is the person for you in 6 months or less. I guarantee you. All this, we've been dating for 3 years and we don't know where we're going. We can cut that out in a minute. So 180 questions to know your partner in 6 months. If you're married, it's a great way to really dive in and reconnect. Maybe some things you don't know or still know or not really sure about, whatever it is. It is an amazing course that is self-paced, self-guided. It's end-to-end, step-by-step, everything you need to know one another. It's 180 questions, 6 categories,
6 categories,
a 51-page workbook where Jen and I talk you through this. There's action steps, there's budget, there's worksheets, there's checklists, there's evaluations.
Right.
There's everything you need, honestly. It's in this course. Go to learn.oakhavencompany.com, click on 180, and get it today. It's in the description, so yeah.
Yes, go grab that right now. It's a great way to get your relationship in alignment, make sure you're on the same path, and go forward together.
Thank you guys so much for joining in. I have so much fun doing this with my wife, and we pray you guys are getting blessed through these podcasts and resources just for you, to help you in your communication and build your home into a haven. God bless you, and we will see you next week.